was talking about it was a couple of days ago, and we was talking about interracial relationships and why they had tended to work out. And I was talking about the guardrails that may get put up because they're lines that don't get crossed in reference to, say, a black woman is dating a white man. There's certain things we could say to each other that wouldn't be cool for them to say to each other within that relationship, right? So I'm not saying that it's specifically that they're being fake with you. What I'm more so talking to is the best version of you that does not elicit a negative response on purpose, right? So you don't. I think people conflate. Not saying y'all are doing this, but a lot of times when I hear people talk about, I'm telling you the truth, you should just accept it. They also forget to give the truth to somebody in a way that's palatable, right? They just, however you throw something out here is how I'm supposed to take it. And that's not really how life works. You can deliver a lot of stuff to people. Like you can deliver the worst news in a way that they can digest it and then understand what you're saying and come to terms with it. Y'all can talk and work through it. But if you just, man, I had a bad day, get the fuck away from me, and that's how you acting, you shouldn't be bringing that home. You need to temper yourself and check that stuff. So it's not so much about faking and lying to each other. It's about bringing the best version of yourself to the house because this the person that love you the most, right? So if you can temper yourself for the rest of the world and give them a fake version of the nice you or whatever, you can also do that with the real things you want to say to the person you love. You don't have to go at them in a combative way. So that's more clarity on the point I was making.
Yeah, but Marcus, that's not what Nikki was talking about. See, you talking about delivery. That was one of the issues that Kevin Samuels had with, like, oh, you just don't like how I'm delivering it. Facts over feelings, or it doesn't matter my tone. You talking about tone policing people. Nikki was talking about straight up, just tell me what I need to hear to make me smile, regardless of what it is. And that's where I think me and Trev is probably lockstep and not necessarily rocking with Nikki, because she wasn't talking about just come home and be nice to me or deliver me some bad news with a smile. She was saying, you lie to that cracker all day, lie to me too. And if I love you, I can't lie to you. Of course you can. He said, if I love you, I can't lie to you. Her response was, of course you can lie to me. And you will. That was her response, verbatim.
Right. And that was the word that really triggered it for me, because that when she said it more than once, she said lie. So that's why I was a little bit in disagreement with her response.
So
yeah.
I definitely wanted to say that, like, I understand the sentiments of where Marcus is coming from, but I think she definitely did say lie, and when you keep that in mind, it seems like what she's actually saying, at least for me, is she's not actually the person who loves that person the most. She's the person who loves that character that the person plays the most. And so she loves that character that the person plays so much that she's like, don't turn it off when you come home. Like, she's envious of when she sees the character given to other people because she wants that character all the time. But unfortunately, that character and that mask that we put on sometimes when we're dealing with other people is not the real us. And I think that, you obviously don't want to be like disrespectful or mean to the person that you're involved with. But I think, and you want to give the best delivery, obviously. But when you're dealing with someone who actually knows you, a lot of times you just want to be able to be true to who you are. Sometimes you might not be in the mood and you don't feel like having the niceties. You want to be able to tell somebody exactly how you feel with the hopes that this person will accept the genuine you and not the you you're putting on because you got something to gain. Because, she talked about him being nice to the white man, but it's like, he's nice to that white man for a reason. He needs to get that paycheck. He has an agenda. But with this person that he loves or is supposed to love him, there's no agenda. I want to know that when I tell you, like, right now, it's not the time, I don't feel like talking, I want to know that you can see that and you're not going to say, man, fuck this nigga. You're going to be like, you know what? This is how he genuinely feels right now, and I'm going to accept that. I'm going to just leave him alone right now because I accept this person in their good, their bad, and everything. And I think that when we talk about relationships, especially when it comes down to marriage, I mean, like, if you're going to spend your life with somebody, people aren't nice all the time. You know what I mean? Some people are mean sometimes they got attitudes. Sometimes we like to pick on each other just for the fun of it. Sometimes we like to tease each other, and all of those things are part of humanity. And it's like, if you're going to say that you love somebody and it's somebody you want to spend with your life, you got to accept it. It just is what it is. So for her, I think what she really wants is the character. And I also think it's indicative of what we always hear about men and women, which is that we hear that men fall in love with what they see and women fall in love with what they hear, right? And so I think sometimes with men, we kind of do want to be lied to on the visual aspect, right? Like you don't want your woman not looking quote unquote put together. You want to see her put together her best. And I think for her, the equivalent of that is you kind of lying and not tell, you know, if she doesn't look good in that dress, you're not going to say, babe, you don't look good in that dress. You're going to say, oh, babe, I like the other one a little better. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a good way to, you know, to kind of push and pull with it, you know? So I agree with what Marcus is saying, though. Like, you absolutely got to engage your person with a certain level of respect and the right tone. But for her, I think she just wants to be lied to. You know, she wants to feel the fantasy. She wants the game. She wants to see stars. And some women, that's really what they want. They don't want to hear the real. They don't want to hear your problems. They don't want to hear how much the bill came up to. They don't want to hear specifics and details. They tell them what's going to make them feel good, and they'll love it. So, you know, that just seems to be the type of woman she is.
They don't care how it works, as long as she don't care how the car works. She don't care about. She just want to know that it drives.
Are the seats comfortable?
Yeah.
Are the seats is the AC cool? That's all she want to know.
Just show me the button to turn on the AC, and I want cold air coming out the vents. I don't give a damn how it works. You worry about that, honey.
Well, I mean, Cloud just took my whole argument right there. So great job, Cloud. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I want to be in a relationship that I can be honest with you. You know, I can come home, I can take that mask off that I give to the world, the face that I give to the world, and I want to sit on the couch and I want to relax. I want to be my authentic self, you know, and I want to be able to talk to you plainly and not have to always check my words and every single thing that I do and check the delivery all the time, because sometimes I want to come out how I wanted to come out and just relax and be who I am. And that's who you're supposed to love, is that real, genuine person in myself. But we all know as men, women want to hear those pretty little lies. They want to hear it. Like Cloud was saying, they want to know, do I look fat in this dress? You could sit up here and look like a busted can of biscuits, but I damn sure ain't gonna tell you that shit. I'm gonna tell you, baby, you look beautiful. You look awesome. You look great. You know, and here's the thing. My woman's not gonna be looking like a busted can of biscuits, because I'm gonna make sure of that shit. But just in general, as men, we have to, there's a level of pretty little lies that we have to tell our women that keeps everything rolling. Because I don't know about y'all, but I like sleeping with my woman, okay? I like sleeping with her. She likes sleeping with me. And if you being too damn honest, you telling too much shit, you telling too much truths, your ass ain't gonna have you ain't gonna get no pussy tonight. You ain't getting no ass tonight, okay? You over here saying, well, I look like a busted can of biscuits, then go ahead and get you a can of biscuits then, because you ain't getting none of this at the end of the day. So we say little things. You still have to play the part in the sense of you are still her romantic outlet. You're still her romantic person. You are still the person. Hell, we put on a damn act when we're dating. Let's just call a spade a spade. You're opening the door, you're doing all the things, you're getting the rose, whatever you're doing, you're playing a little bit, you're playing it up a little bit. You're putting your best self first out there all the time, and that's always the best things. And because let's be real, they don't want to hear the problems. They don't want to hear the BS. They don't want to hear the struggles you're going through. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't care about how the baby is made. As long as the baby is here, they just want to see the baby. They don't care about the labor pains. They don't care what you went through, all the struggle, all the stress, all the sweat. They don't care. Is the money here? Is the car here? Are the lights on? Is the house here? Oh, it's pretty. That's great. So we're gonna play a little bit of a part, just to be real, to keep everything copacetic. I'm not saying you gotta wear your mask 24/7. I'm not saying you can't be real with your woman, you know, from time to time. But let's say you got laid off today. We've had this conversation. You get laid off today. Are you going straight home and tell your woman, I got laid off. We got money issues. I don't know how I'm gonna pay the rent this month. I don't know how I'm gonna pay the house mortgage this month. That ain't the first thing you're gonna tell your woman. First thing you're gonna say is everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna reassure her, make sure everything's gonna be great, calm her down, all that shit. So we all put on a little bit of a
lie to
face.
her and tell her that the money's in the bank when it ain't.
You know, hey, that depends. That depends on how much of a liar you are and how good you are and what money you think is coming in and how you maneuver. Okay, hey, I don't judge. That's your business. I'm not gonna tell that lie unless I know some shit coming. But or at least there's a chance it's coming. But you know, to each his own on that one. So I'm landing on that.